I noticed something pretty early in second year, and you may have noticed it too in your college, or perhaps you will in time. I don't think it was a phenomenon exclusive to my program, but people were undeniably pairing off. Oh, I don't mean in the wet, hot, naked sense that could lead to regrets and avoiding each other in the hallway the next day. Although, let's be real, we were all trying our hardest. What I'm talking about is where if you saw one person, you knew without a doubt you would see the other right behind them. It felt like any second they were going to lure you to the holodeck so you and a buddy could Eiffel Tower a simulated jazz fan and they can make off with your project. I wasn't the only one noticing. I once needed to find this girl and asked the one she paired up with where she was, and she got defensive. Like, okay, sure, you're not always together, but usually. There were definite teams, pairs of kids that were friends, sure, but they weren't best friends. Everyone had a real best friend back in whatever hometown they came from. These were just best friends within the confines of the campus. They were always at the same parties, always in the same labs, always getting lunch together, always working on projects together, always grabbing a smoke together. Oh, I was not exempt. It was clear from the get-go that Thad and I would be one such pair. Maybe because I knew him from first year, or our shared love of science fiction, or just pure happenstance. But we were indeed together. Anytime a teacher mentioned a group assignment, we'd just look at each other. When we needed a presentation for art history, he was busy, so I wrote the whole thing, no questions asked. When we had to make a presentation on how to build a staircase, I was sick. He wrote the notes and we lied our way through it. Psychology, computers, lab classes, practical. We'd cover off and move ahead without a second thought. Not everyone was in one of these pairs, but there were plenty of them, and no one was in two pairs. It was a deeply respected bond. Everyone knew about it. No one tried to fight it. It was the way of things. One night we went to one of our apartments to hang out, get to know each other better, drink some beer, play some Atari. To our astonishment, Annie, despite growing up in Korea in the 90s and not being a gamer in the slightest, was better than all of us. Weird. I didn't worry anymore that all my old friends had left college. I felt at home with this group. And like any friendship or pairing or whatever else, you know when it feels right. You can tell when it works and when it doesn't. And if you're smart, you stop trying to figure out why it does when it does. You just try to live the best you can with the people you have in the time you've got. 'Cause whenever it ends, it will always be too soon.